Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know where we are?
We are in Micah, and we just finished chapter 3.
Sure as fuck did.
And in that chapter, Micah was talking about how the rulers and the prophets suck, kind of.
How they be oppressing.
Yeah, they're doing bad shit, I guess. But then
he's like, eat the rich.
Yeah, there was some of that, but it was a lot of, denouncing the false prophets.
Yeah.
And so we had a large discussion about how the fuck do people know what a false prophet is?
Right. And is a false prophet somebody who hears God's words and then just decides to say whatever the fuck he wants to say? Or is a false prophet somebody who doesn't hear any words and just makes shit up? Or is a false prophet somebody who hears words, but they're from the devil and says that shit?
Sure. Yeah, all those.
Right?
But
what's a false prophet?
But at that, it doesn't really matter, because how is any person supposed to decide who is the correct one and who's not?
Right.
If they're all saying they're fucking prophets, like we've said before, there's nothing distinguishing one prophet from another that we have been told.
I really want to see a Netflix special called False Prophet.
Yeah.
And it could be about like all these different people with all these different messages. And then people are just like sitting in the stands, like watching a tennis match with their heads going back and forth. And they're supposed to like somehow figure out like which prophet are you supposed to follow?
I think there should be a fucking game show called The True Prophet.
Right?
And basically there's like 50 fucking people and they all have a story, and there's no reason that anybody should know any of the stories, but you have to pick one, and if you're right, then you win.
Who wins?
Whoever randomly picks the right fucking prophet.
So it's just like any other game show. You like be lucky enough to be on the show? Or...
Yeah, you'd be lucky enough to be on the show, and then you'd be lucky enough to pick the right prophet. And they all walk around talking about how they're the right prophet. And they explain to you why they're the right prophet. So
it's kind of like that game, like Werewolves and I don't know, whatever it's called, where somebody...
Sure. Yeah, actually, that'd be a good way right? to do it. What's that? Yeah.
What is it called? It's the one where they pass out cards, right?
Yeah.
And like you get a card and you're either
one
like
of them's
one
a
of the
bad guy.
Right, like one of the townspeople, like you're either a townsperson or
a werewolf.
You're a werewolf.
Right.
And nobody knows.
Yeah.
And like everybody's just like making random accusations.
No, I think that would be a fucking great show.
Right.
And it should be, alluded to that we're kind of discussing religion with that show.
Right.
Right? Like,
but I'm telling you don't call it true prophet. You call it false prophet.
Well, okay. Whatever.
That's the only way it would fly.
But that's as random as this is.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's how random this is.
You're wearing sandals. You probably are the real prophet. But this other guy, he's wearing Skechers. Totally not the prophet. You're the false prophet.
Right.
Like, defend yourself.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And then, like, if you lose that round and you're like one of the, people who's not a prophet, then you get rained out for
Rained
like
out.
because God likes to flood people out
or earthquaked out.
Yeah, you get smote.
You get smote. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And there could be like lifelines, like all the, I don't know, there could be like some priesty judge people, like judges, first and second judges, right?
Yeah.
And you could have so many lifelines that
I feel like there's a lot you could do with this.
There really is.
Yeah.
There really
Somebody's
is.
missing a thing here. It needs to be done.
Come on.
Even just like a YouTube channel doing this, right?
Right.
Somebody pick this up. Come on.
Like,
I don't have the time to do that shit, but somebody does.
Exploding kittens, people. You know.
Yeah.
Come on, pick this up. This is a great. I want to play this game.
I want to play it. Yeah, reality TV for the atheist, like atheist reality TV.
It's Survivor.
I hate reality TV, but that's a reality TV show I would watch.
It's pre-Jesus Survivor. Right? That's the tagline for it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, that was Micah chapter 3.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that today we're getting into
Micah chapter 4.
All right. Let's do this.
Okie dokie. All right, we are about to jump into Micah chapter 4, but before we do that, I have something to say.
Okay.
So Micah only has 7 chapters. If I had said this right at the beginning, I would have said we were less than halfway through Micah. If I said this at the end, then we'd be over halfway through Micah. But because we're right in the middle of chapter 4, we are exactly halfway through Micah.
Technically,
right here.
Right at the beginning of chapter 4.
No, we're halfway through Micah. Fuck off. Because we did our intro and recording.
Sure.
And if you listened this far, you're going to listen to the rest.
Actually, 3.5 would have been halfway, wouldn't it?
Yes, that's
so that would have been like
are.
last chapter, halfway through it.
No, 3. That was all of 3 and a half. 3 plus a half.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Math.
Yeah.
Math.
I mathed bad.
You did bad mathing.
I did real bad math.
It was geometry.
I couldn't even count.
No, it was geometry. Bad. That's why.
Oh,
you had to stack blocks in your head.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe it was trigonometry. I was really bad at that.
You were so bad.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so 3.5.
Yeah.
Ish.
Except
for that we haven't started the chapter yet.
You need to fuck right off. Seriously. All right. So ready?
I'm ready.
In the last days, the mountain of the Lord's temple will be established as the highest of the mountains.
In the last days. But not before that.
In the last days.
Okay, all right.
Highest of the mountains.
The highest.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
Right, yeah.
It will be exalted above the hills, and peoples will stream to it. Like the way we stream Netflix.
No, that's not what that means.
That's a different streaming.
Yeah, that's different streaming. Yeah.
The same but different.
Not even the same.
Nope, it is.
Just completely different.
I think it's the same.
No.
I
want to disagree with you here.
To stream Netflix. People streamed to that stupid fucking fight on Netflix.
That was terrible.
That didn't stream.
I'm going to take some of that class action lawsuit just because.
Right?
That was so fucking terrible.
Right? Who was it? That Jake Logan Paul boy?
Mike Tyson?
And Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I can never remember because those boys have 2 first name and last name. Like both of their names are first names.
I don't give a fuck about either of them.
So I call both of them Jake Logan Paul.
Got it.
Because I don't know what their last name is.
I have no idea. I mean, like, I only know them because other people know them.
They're YouTube boys.
I
they
know.
started on Vine, I think.
I'm aware of what they are and who they are, kind of.
And they're fuck boys.
But I really don't want to have known about them personally.
Yeah. I mean, I feel sorry for their childhood. Like, apparently they were, like, put on YouTube right away.
Know way more than I do about these guys.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay.
But I don't care for them. They're bullshittery. Yeah. I was already way too old for them when they came out.
Sure.
So, But, one could say the same about Markiplier, yet I think he's adorable.
Right. No, I like Markiplier.
And sweet and good.
Yeah.
And kind.
Seems
and generous.
Yeah.
Seems that way.
He's from our neck of the woods, actually.
He is. Yeah. I always forget that.
And he donates to a local hospital, like a children's wing of the hospital and stuff. It's really cool.
Hi, Markiplier.
Yeah. Shout out to Markiplier.
If you want to be friends.
Our kid would love to meet you.
Holy shit. That would be hilarious.
Maybe he secretly listens to our podcast. I mean, you never know.
You never know. He might be a closet atheist.
He just, I
Why
mean,
would
he would never admit it. We would never say it.
He'd have to care enough.
We would never tell Markiplier. I promise.
No,
You
we
can
would
reach out
never
to us and
tell.
we'll never tell.
And we would just take you out to lunch. But you're richer than us, so we'd all go Dutch.
But also thank you for donating to the local hospital.
Right,
So
and all
really
the
cool.
other good things you do.
Yeah.
You're a good guy.
Also, one of my friends at work saw him at Guitar Center.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was he decent in public?
I don't think he had the nerve to go up and say hi.
Oh.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I would say hi. I would be like, hello, Markiplier, young man.
I'm older than him, so I feel like I'd just be like, what's up, Markiplier?
Right.
Like, how's it going, man?
May I call you Markiplier?
Right.
How should I address you? Sir. Sir.
I really had no idea
Hey,
we'd
kid.
be doing such a long segment about Markiplier as we get up into this episode, but,
kinda
here
funny.
we are.
Yeah, so he's cute, and I like him.
Right, yeah.
He's a cute boy.
Good guy.
Okay.
Seems like it.
Yeah. Okay. So many nations, anyways.
Many nations.
Many nations.
Yes.
Will come. Yeah, they will.
Jesus Christ.
And they'll say, come. Yeah, they will. Let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the temple of the God of Jacob. Come, tell it on the mountain, over the hills and far away. Did you ever hear that song?
I have.
Oh.
I have. I like some of that old time like gospel stuff. Like
Right?
it's,
Like there's lots of hand clapping and
right.
like,
No, it's fun,
like going back and forth,
I love the movie Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
Mm-hmm.
And
It's got so much bluegrass and gospel
in it. Yeah, and like that's some really great, like I love that soundtrack.
That's why a lot of people like Sister Act, because it's got like some pop, but it's also got like a lot of gospel music.
Sure, yeah.
And it's a good soundtrack too.
Right.
He will teach us his ways so that we may walk in his paths.
The straight path, not the zigzag path.
Not the crooked paths.
Don't forget.
Yeah. The Lord is going to come and he's going to teach us his ways. We're going to walk on his paths. This is some more of that end days bullshit.
He didn't mention it here, but you got to watch out for the honey-lipped vixens also.
Don't mix it up
trying
with
to remind you guys
honey-lipped
because
vixens.
sometimes the Bible forgets to tell you these things,
Right.
and it's only in certain spots, and like they don't reinforce very well because it's bullshit.
Right, exactly. The law will go out from Zion. The Dukes of Hazzard law. The boys.
What?
The law.
Roscoe Pico train?
Yeah, he always goes. He's the law. I'm going to send the law
he is
after
the law.
those boys.
Or I guess his boss Hogg was the...
Yeah. The law will go out from Zion. The word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He will judge between many peoples and will settle disputes for strong nations far and wide. They will beat their swords into plowshares. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. There's the line. Yeah, I remember that.
And their spears into pruning hooks. Nation will not take up sword against nation. Oh, it's so sweet. It's cute. They're going to do peace.
It sounds that way. It sounds like he's saying God's going to help them do this peace.
Nor will they train for war anymore. Yeah, once that new God nation comes at the end days.
I guess we're still waiting for that.
We have to wait for the end days before we can have
But
peace.
like a lot of people put this like they claim that the prophecy or whatever happened comes true in like the Babylonian exile. Mm-hmm. So apparently, according to that was in days, but also not. Right. Is that how we're going to interpret this?
Depends who you ask.
Okay.
I don't even know.
There's so many like just inconsistencies with what people claim from the Bible that I can't keep track of it all.
I can't hear that. La la la. None of it's true.
No. Yeah.
Everyone will sit under their own vine and under their own fig tree, and no one will make them afraid, for the Lord Almighty has spoken.
In our part of the world, we don't have fig trees.
I have a note about that, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
It means a thing.
Does
it's
it?
not just...
It's not just fig trees?
Yeah, it's not just like, hey, have a fig tree.
It's not like I don't want a fig tree, because when I was growing up, I really liked fig Newtons. Mm-hmm, and I figure if you have a fig tree, maybe you could make your own fig Newtons, right?
That would be
Is that
nice.
a thing that you could do? I don't know how that works.
I love fig Newtons.
Yeah. But they tasted better when I was younger. I've tried them as an adult, and I'm not as much of a fan.
But I heard that figs are like a wasp that fruit grows around.
Not all. Some.
Oh, yeah. I think we had this talk the other day.
Yeah. It doesn't apply to all, but there are some figs
appalled.
that they're like basically the wasp crawls into them for some reason, and then the fruit grows around it. So there's basically wasp figs.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting.
The whole idea just it makes me think of The Life of Pi, the book or the movie. Actually, the movie was pretty decent, but the book was beautiful. And there was an island of trees that grew teeth.
Yeah.
It was just creepy.
Right.
All right. So we just read verse 4. Everyone will sit under their own vine and under their own fig tree, and no one will make them afraid, for the Lord God Almighty has spoken.
Right.
Okay. This is a proverbial expression that means prosperity and peace. And we've actually read this before, both in 1 Kings and 2 Kings.
Yeah, it does sound familiar.
In 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 25, it said, during Solomon's lifetime, Judah and Israel from Dan to Beersheba lived in safety, everyone under their own vine and under their own fig tree.
Sure.
And then in 2 Kings chapter 18, verse 31, it says, do not listen to Hezekiah. This is what the king of Assyria says. Make peace with me and come out to me. Then each of you will eat fruit from your own vine and fig tree and drink water from your own cistern. Okay. So it's just supposed to be, it's the saying.
Got it.
Like,
yeah.
You're going to have your own prosperity. You'll be fine.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All the nations may walk in the name of their gods, but we will walk in the name of the Lord our God forever and ever. Interesting.
Yeah.
All nations are going to walk in the name of their gods.
Right.
But we will walk in the name of our Lord our God.
But I'm curious here because he's claiming that God will bring peace to everybody.
All the gods will get along. And the people will...
But yeah, and also, yeah, like the part that you're mentioning here is like, we're still right here, because we're going back to the 800 BCE time frame, right? We're still talking about multitude of gods. And being acknowledged by the Bible at some level.
As people having different faith in different gods. Different nations having different gods.
Right. And in this particular instance, God is going to bring peace to the whole world, but they're all going to have their own gods. That's weird.
It's an acknowledgement of diversity.
Is it?
It is.
I think it's an acknowledgement of the times that they were in and that there were other gods around them. And it was just a matter-of-fact statement that, yep, there's other gods in these other lands.
Those people believe that, we believe this, and those believe those.
That's just how things were, right? It's not...
It's an acknowledgement of the diversity of different nations having different gods.
Right, and the avenues to, preach to other cultures about what you believe and convert them wasn't as easy back then. It's not something that was available as a normal... everyday type thing that you could do. So I don't think that converting people to your God was as much of a discussion as it maybe is today.
Right. Right.
So I don't know.
I find it interesting that the Bible can admit that different nations have different beliefs, but that God's going to be okay with that. But today, the people today cannot.
Yeah.
And their God cannot.
Yeah. Right. But I think when we first started reading the Bible, that was one of the things that I was like, whoa.
The Bible acknowledges other gods?
Yeah, like I did not expect that to come up.
Right? Like, didn't see that coming.
Yeah, and I honestly, I don't really think that... I think that when a Christian reads the Bible, that gets glossed over.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's... If they read the Bible, that gets glossed over. Well, I would imagine.
I think they probably bring their own tone to it. So they would probably say, well, yeah, the Bible is acknowledging that other people believe in different gods, but not that there are different gods.
No, and I think I thought of that myself, and I think that it could be a fair statement if done correctly.
It could be a fair statement if I could read their Bibles too.
Sure.
But you guys killed them all. So
no, if you're acknowledging that these people have a God, and it's made,
or a
and
belief in a God,
and it's different than yours, and your argument is that maybe that God is the same God, right? Then that would kind of mean that you need to study all these different religions,
right,
and figure out which bits you think all make this one religion and this one God, because that's the only way that makes sense,
right?
Like otherwise, all the tombs, all of the fucking books would match,
right,
with the same fucking books. Right. They wouldn't be all different. It would be all the same.
It's so cute.
Because God would be like, this is God's word. This is what's what.
It's so cute. As long as you just don't look hard enough, then you don't have to.
Right. No, and that's, people either go really detailed, like the Bible says this, the Bible says that, and this is how I feel about that, right? Or they go real high and they're like, well, people believe in all kinds of different gods, but God is just way more powerful than human being. You know, like they just start talking to these airy,
they either
fucking
bury you in
bullshit,
details
whatever.
or they leave all the details out, and it's just like whatever.
And you could be having a discussion with a person about the specifics and switch in the next breath to the airy bullshit,
and vice versa.
And I'm like, where did that come from, man?
It's whatever's convenient in the moment. And
they know you can't argue that. There's nothing to fucking argue.
It's an inability also to
admit they're wrong.
Well, no, more than that, it's an inability to think critically and to speak logically.
Sure.
It's the same way that people that practice these things, this methodology, this way of thinking long enough, can't even understand simple, basic analogies.
Well, I think Trump utilizes the mentality that a lot of Christian apologists use, and that's to double down on your fucking explanations and your beliefs, right?
And stupidity.
Right, but you're never wrong.
Right.
Right? You can't, and the Bible, the way that it's built and the way that people are indoctrinated
allows
into it, they can't be wrong, because if they're wrong, they have to admit that God might be wrong.
Yeah, or that their interpretation, or that page, or that the Bible, or any number of things.
Right.
Your church, your pastor.
I really feel like this is why the MAGA crowd meshes with the Christian crowd a little bit.
Yeah.
Because there is this same mentality of we're never wrong. And as long as you just never admit you're wrong, you're good.
I just think it's really cute that he's making money off of them by selling them their own fucking book.
Oh, that was the most hilarious thing I ever fucking... When Trump started selling a Trump Bible, I was like, you have to be... Do you know how hard you fuckers are being fleeced?
Right?
Like, Jesus Christ, it doesn't get any worse than this.
Because it's got the Constitution in it, which is even funnier.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
It's hilarious.
That's terrible.
It's hilarious because, I mean, if I was a writer writing this story, I could not get away with how ridiculous and stupid that is.
Yeah.
Because that would never fly.
I wonder when he gets inaugurated this time if he's going to maybe swear on the Trump Bible.
Probably.
You think?
Oh, probably.
I'm very curious about that, actually.
I have no doubt.
Yeah. And then we'll find out shortly after that whether we still have a democracy or not.
Right. I mean, he's already said that, like, he doesn't mind if we... do away with the Constitution.
Right. So. Now, look, guys, I want to back that up a second because I am probably the least conspiratorial in at least this house about whether or not Trump is going to take over the U.S. or whatever and become king of all. King
of the world.
So I think that we're going to be fine. But, he says some shit that's just like, what?
Yeah, I'm not saying he's going to do that. I'm just telling you what the dude said.
No, he says some crazy ass shit. He said
that he doesn't mind if we get rid of it because it doesn't serve his purposes. It's
we apologize for talking politics.
I don't apologize.
To our overseas friends who just kind of are pissed off at the whole situation over here.
We got too much going on for me to be sorry. No, I'm sorry that it doesn't sit with you. How about that?
I'm sorry that we, as a country, elected Trump as president.
Yeah, that is what I would be sorry about.
Certainly was not something we chose.
No, absolutely not. All right, let's continue this chapter. And now we are exactly halfway through.
Perfect. There we go. Okay.
The book of Micah.
There's the halfway Micah point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck off. In that day, declares the Lord, I will gather the lame. I will assemble the exiles and those I have brought to grief. Those I brought them to grief. I'm going to get them.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring them back.
You're going to bring them together. Okay. Yeah.
I will make the lame my remnant. Lame. Those driven away, a strong nation. The Lord will rule over them in Mount Zion from that day and forever.
All right.
As for you.
But this is the end of days thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
As for you, watchtower of the flock, stronghold of daughter Zion, the former dominion will be restored to you. Kingship will come to daughter Jerusalem.
Okay. That's going to require some digging in. I'm not really sure what that means.
I need some A's to these Q's.
I mean,
this is a Q&A.
I get the sentiment, but I don't really know
I need a breakdown.
I'm going to assume that he's talking about this eventual leader who's going to be.
Yeah, he's talking about a coming Messiah.
Right.
And
yeah.
Christians are very excited because to them, he's clearly talking about Jesus.
Sure. And the funny thing is, though, that Judaism does believe that there will be a Messiah, right? It's just not fucking Jesus.
Right.
And
they, I think, believe that he did maybe exist, but as a human, not
Jesus,
as...
maybe, not a Messiah.
Yeah,
but Jesus
that Jesus existed as a human, not a son of God any more than anybody else, and was a decent, okay prophet. He was a prophet guy.
I think that was a...
like any other.
Acknowledgement to get along with the Christians.
I agree.
If you ask me. But
I agree. They're probably like, oh, sure.
From what I understand, there's essentially no real historical proof of Jesus.
I thought that there was a question that maybe he did. I thought that there was.
There certainly isn't any consensus as to who exactly Jesus is.
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of consensus about that there probably was a Jesus figure.
Right.
That is described in the Bible.
There was a dude walking around. There was a prophet guy walking around.
But to point at what that means and who he is.
Right. And ascribe magic to it.
That's a whole different story because like none of the early accounts of Jesus really match up the way they should. There's a lot of inconsistencies with regard to how Jesus is described and who because they have to make him match.
Let's not forget Roman history too.
Sure. But they also have to make him match the prophecies if they want him to be, the Jesus.
The Jesus.
Right. So even if there was a story originally about this person, it's been twisted to fit the fucking prophecies.
Right. So it's like, okay, are we talking about human Jesus or like Jesus actual?
Right. Yeah. And then people throw in things like the Shroud of Turin, and it's just there's so much
a shroud.
Well, it's the Shroud of Turin is one of those things that comes up in so many conversations, and it's been debunked over and over and over again. And now there are
crying statues, the weeping statues.
That was actually proven wrong too.
I know it was rust.
All right. Yeah. But the Shroud of Turin was originally debunked back in the 80s, but then they found something else that might have caused that to be wrong, but then it's been pretty much debunked again since then. And come on, we're talking about a
magic
burned-in image of someone's head on a piece of fucking fabric from thousands of years ago.
It's like when,
at the best. And how are we supposed to believe that that's Jesus? Why are we supposed to believe that?
It's like when Jesus' face pops up on your toast.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
It's the original Jesus toast. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah. Did you ever have Jesus on your toast?
You know what? I did not, but I have had Hello Kitty on my toast.
Yeah, but that was because the toaster that we had was set up that way.
It was.
To burn the image.
And I'm sorry, but you can't tell me that somebody didn't take, like, even before designer fucking toasters, someone could take a fucking iron and just make a Jesus thing and imprint it on the goddamn toast.
I used Play-Doh molds and I made Jesus.
If you thought you could make millions of dollars by imprinting the image of Jesus on a piece of toast, wouldn't you figure out a way to do it?
I like how he always looks like a white guy.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
That is weird.
It is.
Why do you now cry aloud? Have you no king? Has your ruler perished that pain seizes you like that of a woman in labor? My favorite comparison of pain.
Yeah.
Writhe in agony, daughter Zion, like a woman in labor. For now, you must leave the city to camp in the open field.
I thought we was just talking about bringing back the remnant.
Yeah, but now he's like...
Now we're killing people and they're writhing in pain?
I don't know.
Okay.
I forgot to pay attention and care.
Losing track here of what's going on because it seems all over the place. I'm going to have to do some
Q&A on this.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
Right.
You will go to Babylon. There you will be rescued.
This was an edited version.
What?
Well, so this was an edited version. This is edited.
How do you know?
Because we were talking about the Assyrians in previous chapters, if we were talking about anybody. And now we're talking about Babylon.
Okay.
And the Babylonian exile is where they want this to happen because more things of what Micah says match up as far as prophecies with the Babylonian exile than they do with the time that he was in.
Got it.
So maybe he said Babylon, but more than likely this is edited to fit the fact that they want this to portray the Babylonian exile time frame.
I didn't know that.
Well, it was something you kind of went over when we got introduced. Like that was something that you kind of
But I didn't know that.
I just extrapolated that idea from what
I
she said.
didn't realize that there were edits like that and that you would be like, that's edited. Like, I didn't know.
Oh, I don't know for sure. I'm just guessing based on what I know.
I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. And you're just like, yeah, that was edited. And I'm like, oh.
No, okay, let me clarify. I don't know that was edited.
Okay.
It seems like it could have been and probably was.
Okay. I don't disagree with you there.
All right.
But it was, you said it so matter of fact.
No, you're right. You're
like,
right.
What?
You're right. I should refrain from truisms when I'm speaking about the Bible in any sense.
What the fuck?
In any sense.
Yeah. Anyway, there the Lord will redeem you out of the hand of your enemies. Oh, we got enemies again. But now many nations are gathered against you. I thought we were at peace. We never get peace.
But I thought God was going to bring the peace.
Oof.
Remember, he was going to bring all the nations together, right?
Yeah.
But then he had to save the remnant, and then he brought wrath and destruction, and then now he's saving them again from Babylon.
They say, let her be defiled. Let our eyes gloat over Zion. But they do not know the thoughts of the Lord. They do not understand his plan, that he has gathered them like sheaves to the threshing floor.
Oh.
Bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves. Rise and thresh, daughter Zion, for I will give you horns of iron. I will give you hooves of bronze, and you will break to pieces many nations.
That sounds familiar. Remember that statue that had the 12 pieces or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
That's similar. Like, because there was multiple different metals.
Yeah.
And they broke it like it was broken.
Yeah, and it represented different nations.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if that... Okay, this chapter specifically...
We need some
diving into. Because this is kind of...
I don't get any of it.
There's something going on here.
There's something happening. What is going on?
Definitely something happening.
All right, final sentence.
All right.
You will devote their ill-gotten gains to the Lord, their wealth to the Lord of all the earth. The end.
I see. It's easy for a prophet to say.
Right.
Because who's gonna receive that wealth for them?
You see, because I bet
it's gonna be the prophets.
You will devote their ill-gotten gains to the Lord. Anytime you say to the Lord, fill in the blank with whatever leader of the church
It's gonna be the Joel Osteens.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the, whoever.
Yeah. The guy that's on your TV asking for millions for his playing.
That fucker's church and like what he drives and like
he wears makeup.
He's got a personal fucking plane. I'm like,
so much
you
makeup.
have no business speaking for the Lord.
No.
Quote unquote. Because my God, you have more money than fucking God.
Yeah.
You are that's ridiculous. The amount of wealth that you show is ridiculous.
That's the part that I don't get. Not only does he have all that wealth, he shows it off. Like, if I was going to be a quote-unquote false prophet, there is no way in hell I'd be flashy with my money that I dug out of the fucking donation dish.
But there's nothing more American than the prosperity gospel. You've heard of the prosperity gospel, right?
If you're rich, you're godly, the more godly...
Essentially, they justify being rich through the Bible, right? Like they find...
God wants me to have money.
Yeah, and if you have money, you've been rewarded by God. That's, like that. These are...
You're supposed to have it.
And of course, that ties into... It's also very... God loves America because we're capitalists and we love money here. So it's all about money, It's all about the wealth you can acquire. Because God made that possible for us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you just want to be real fucking rich, real bad. And you love asking people to give up their hard-earned cash to send to you.
Yeah.
That's all. And you know what? If you push the American dream, people have been, indoctrinated into this belief that in America, you can be anything and everything you ever wanted to be, right?
And if you don't, it's your own fault.
And I'm not saying that you can't rise up. You can rise up.
I mean, Hamilton sang about it.
Rise up. Yeah. But the truth is that right now, especially in the current political / economic climate that we're in, it's not as possible as a lot of people think it is.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not just a matter of working your ass off.
It's not as easy as it was in, say, the 80s.
Right. No, you have to have some real ingenuity these days. And furthermore, it's going to get probably harder before it gets easier.
And it takes money to make money, too.
Again, I'm not saying you can't make a name for yourself out of nothing. It happens. And we push those stories forward all the time. Because
we make the 5 representative of the whole.
Yes, because it's the fairy tale. It's the fairy tale, and it's the propaganda mechanism to keep people in their place and doing the work they're doing. Yeah. Right? If you think you can get ahead, then you'll just keep showing up to work. You'll keep doing the things you need to do, because if you work hard enough, damn it, you're going to be able to have that slice of the American pie.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And that's just how it works.
You'll get a deluxe apartment in the sky.
The truth is, it doesn't work that way.
No.
But
no.
Now we're going back into politics. We're supposed to be talking about God. God sucks.
God's a dick.
That's all. And I don't know what the fuck this chapter was about, and I'm looking forward to finding out what it was about.
It was about bullshittery.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right. Well, that was Micah chapter 4. 4.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that I think we're just gonna. We haven't really discussed this. Are we gonna finish the book before we do our weekly wrap up and all that kind of stuff, or are we going to break it into sections?
Let's do 2 Q&As. So let's let our next episode be a Q&A over chapters 1 through 4.
I like that.
And then let's have chapters 5, 6, and 7. We'll have a Q&A / wrap up of the book.
Got it. Okay.
How's that sound?
I think that sounds good, and especially since there's so many questions about the specific chapter.
Chapter 4, yeah.
So that sounds like a good plan to me.
Okay.
So that being said, I guess we will be back tomorrow
with a Q&A. Over chapters 1 through 4 of Micah.
Perfect. All right. We'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep. We have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.